Have you ever heard the name Matthias and wondered why it vanishes into obscurity after one fleeting mention in history? This is the story of Matthias, the disciple who emerges from the shadows, a man whose unexpected journey reshapes the path of faith. In the ancient city of Jerusalem, cloaked in the mystic light of biblical times, lived a man named Matthias. Hardly mentioned in Scripture, his tale begins, not endings, in the shadow of betrayal. Judas Iscariot, the infamous disciple, has fallen. The 11, as they were now, face a crippling void, a gap in their herald crew. Therefore, the time has come to restore their number, 12, the divine fullness, representing the tribes of Israel. But who among them had the courage and conviction to join the invaluable 12? As whispers spread across the city, hundreds manifested, each with a glimmer of hope dancing in their eyes. From the crowd emerged Matthias, unassuming, with an aura of profound humility. Who was he? A name whispered only in quiet conversations, yet a steadfast follower from the very start? Matthias had walked beside them, drawn to the teachings of Jesus, though always in the periphery. But as the stakes grow, so does the question, why him? What set Matthias apart in a sea of deserving souls? Here stands Joseph Barsabbas, another formidable contender, known and revered. The choice wouldn't be random. God himself would decide. Therefore, Peter, the rock among them, ascends and proposes casting lots, a practice laden with vast spiritual symbolism, a sign of divine intervention, a link to the past prophets. Hearts beat swiftly as they gathered, solemn and sincere, in one of the many humble courts of Jerusalem. The air filled with an intense expectancy as their hearts united in prayer to the Almighty. You, Lord, who know the hearts of all men, show which of these two you have chosen. With bated breath, they drew the lots. With an underlying gravity, the lot cast its decision, favoring Matthias. He who was once in the shadows found himself basking in the trust of God and the 12. But his journey was far from ordinary, for Matthias wasn't just chosen. He was tested, therefore. Faced with suspicion, he must earn his place among those who walked at Jesus' side for years. He wove tales of quiet wisdom, speaking truths in parables learned from the Master, affirming his worth to the remaining disciples. Henceforth, he travels far and wide, veiled often in legend, to lands both familiar and uncharted. To Ethiopia's sun-kissed lands, he journeyed, or so the ancient stories claim, taking the teachings to the quietly yearning. His voice, a river of enlightenment, sweeping across nations. But in his earnest travels, Matthias confronts adversities cloaked in shadows. He becomes a beacon of light for communities ensnared in doubt and oppression, his words echoing the profound messages Jesus once spoke. His journey transforms him into more than an apostle. He becomes a guardian of truth, carrying the legacy of faith into unexpected corners. He faces betrayal and treachery, yet stands resilient, armor of faith girding him against the unknown. No wonder then, as years pass, that Matthias becomes known not for a single act, but for a life lived in devotion, for embodying faith even amidst trials. In the end, Jerusalem still remembers Matthias not just as a name added to their gospel, but as a vital piece of the divine tapestry. A legacy in whispers, a testament of unseen strength, grace under silent tribulations. Thus, when names illuminate like legends, remember Matthias, the choice of the lot, derived from divine jurisdiction. His story, a reminder that hidden or not, every soul has a place, a purpose driven by an unseen hand. The journey of Matthias, an unexpected disciple, isn't just an addition to history, but a tale of faith's quiet endurance. This story changes how you see those you thought obscure, revealing a hidden depth. Matthias, the disciple unheralded yet embraced by faith eternal.